Remember when I told you all, eventually they're going to run out of ways to keep locking us down with COVID, but they're still going to want to keep locking us down, and the next phase is going to be climate lockdowns, because they're going to say that we need to curb human activity in order to stave off climate catastrophe. And everyone said, oh, that's crazy. Well, check this out from India. Pollution is so bad, the Supreme Court is calling for a climate lockdown.
Joe Biden know we could get another round of lockdowns. These for a crisis that's every bit as bad as the coronavirus, maybe worse. That crisis, of course, says Joe Biden, is climate change.
Today, I'm pleased to announce a team that will lead my administration's ambitious plan to address the existential threat of our time, climate change. Jay, you're beginning to convince the American people there is a thing called climate crisis. About time.
A man who co-founded the Weather Channel thinks climate change is a hoax.
I'm a skeptic about climate change. Science is about facts. Climate change is not happening. There is no significant man-made global warming now. There hasn't been any in the past, and there's no reason to expect any in the future. There's a whole lot of baloney.
As independent science has now confirmed that the globe is actually cooling and has been cooling since 2002, broadly flat since 1998. So we're all talking about something here which isn't happening. Isn't this really just about the state being able to get its hand in ordinary people's trouser pocket to steal yet more tax from them? Isn't this all about political control? Isn't all this about politics and big business?
If you believe climate change is really out here killing people, something is really wrong with you. And I always say, I'm never calling you stupid. They are. They're the people you believe in. You couldn't go outside because of the virus. Then you couldn't go outside because the unvaccinated didn't want to get the vaccine. Now you just can't go outside, period, without being scared that you could just die from climate change. That is crazy, bruh. Wake up before it's too late, y'all, while y'all still got a chance.
At the World Health Organization, employees are now recommending these climate lockdowns. The one countries that won't be affected is China. As you say, as we're sitting home binge watching Netflix, we're not going to be able to have the freedoms we used to have. In the UK, they proposed CO2 ration cards that the government or employers would monitor your CO2 levels, you know, your energy use, your travel, the type of car you drive. If you exceed a level, you pay penalties. If you're under, you get credits. This is the world. A CO2 budget for every man, woman, and child on the planet has been proposed by a German climate advisor. This is what we're looking at. I talked to a German who talked about East Germany. They used to have these kind of restrictions in East Germany before you could leave the country. But we're talking about proposing these now on Americans within the country.
Creating the problems, get the people to react, do something in fear and outrage, all of what's happening, what they're going to do about it, and then they, who've covertly created the problem, offer the solutions to the problems they've created, which is the constant centralization of power. That's what all the solutions are. And if we don't wake up, we're going to live in a global fascist dictatorship within 5 to 10 years.
The ultimate goal that these people have in mind is the goal to create a one-world government run by the banking industry, run by the bankers. And they're doing it in sections. The European currency, the euro, and the European Constitution is one part of it. Now they're trying to do it in America with the North American Union, right? And they want to create a new currency called the Amero, right? And the whole agenda is to create a one-world government where everybody has an RFID chip implanted in them. All money is to be in those chips, right? There'll be no more cash. And this is getting me straight from Rockefeller himself. This is what they want to accomplish. And all money will be in your chip.
The whole thing's a sham. This bogus hypothesis, this ridiculous nonsense that man-made CO2 is causing global warming. Enough,
I don't think
please.
we're going to come to a conclusion about the topic right here. What I do wonder,
I know
though, is
we're
when
not,
you
because
see
you wouldn't allow it to happen on CNN. But I'm happy that I got on the
we've
air
been
and got a
talking here for
chance to
several
talk
minutes.
to your viewers. Hello, everybody. There is no global warming.
You can shove your climate crisis up your arse. You can shove your climate crisis up your arse. You can shove your climate crisis. You can shove your climate crisis. You can shove your climate crisis up your arse.